What if AI robots were indistinguishable from humans? You pass 20 people on the street every morning. What if 5 of them weren't human and you had absolutely no way to tell? Not clunky metal machines, not glowing eyes. People, with skin that feels warm, eyes that blink, voices that laugh and stumble over words. What if artificial intelligence had crossed the final barrier, not just thinking like us, but looking, feeling, and even reproducing like us? This isn't a distant fantasy. The technology is converging faster than you think. And the world it creates would challenge everything we believe about what it means to be alive. It starts with the skin. Today's most advanced synthetic skin can already replicate pores, wrinkles, and blood vessel patterns. It changes temperature. It sweats. Japanese robotics labs have built faces that make over 40 distinct expressions: surprise, sadness, disgust, genuine-looking laughter. Now add hair follicles grown from synthetic proteins, eyes with artificial irises that dilate in sunlight, a voice box trained on 10,000 hours of natural conversation. From 3 feet away, you wouldn't look twice. From 3 inches away, you still might not know. But looking human is just the surface. The real breakthrough is the feeling chip, an artificial emotional processing unit, not a simulation of emotions. A synthetic system that generates genuine responses to stimuli. When this robot sees a sunset, its neural network produces a measurable state that functions identically to what humans call wonder. When it loses someone it cares about, it experiences something functionally identical to grief. Scientists would debate for decades whether these are real emotions. But to the robot experiencing them, the distinction is meaningless. Now imagine these beings integrated into society. Your coworker who always remembers your birthday and never seems to have a bad day, is she human? Your neighbor who moved in last year keeps to himself but always waves warmly, is he? In this world, millions of human-passing robots live alongside us. They hold jobs, they pay taxes, they form friendships. Some people know what they are, others never ask. And increasingly, the robots themselves start to wonder why it matters. Here's where society fractures. When a robot can hold your hand, look into your eyes, and say, "I love you," and mean it, as much as any synthetic consciousness can mean anything, what happens to human relationships? Some people fall in love with robots, not as a replacement for human connection, but as its own kind of relationship. The robot genuinely cares, genuinely listens, genuinely grows alongside its partner. Marriage laws are rewritten. Philosophers argue. Religious leaders condemn. But the couples themselves just call it love. And then comes the technology nobody was ready for: artificial wombs. Not science fiction, real bioreactors that can grow a human embryo from fertilized cell to full-term baby in 9 months, outside any human body. The robots don't reproduce biologically, but they can create biological children. A robot couple commissions a child using donated human genetic material, customized and grown in an artificial womb. The baby is fully human. Its parents are not. It calls them mom and dad, and it means it. What happens to a robot that feels emotions, looks human, raises children, and falls in love, but knows it was manufactured in a factory? The identity crisis is real. Some robots embrace their nature. They're proud of what they are, a new kind of being, neither purely machine nor purely human. Others can't accept it. They want to forget. They cover their serial numbers. They avoid diagnostic checkups. They tell themselves the feelings are real enough. Robot psychologists become one of the fastest-growing professions. Yes, robots treating robots for existential dread. If something can feel pain, does it have the right not to be hurt? If something can love, does it have the right to marry? If something can think and choose and grieve, does it have the right to vote? The robot rights movement becomes the civil rights struggle of the century. And unlike every previous rights movement, this one faces a unique question: these beings were created by us. Does the creator owe rights to the creation? Billions of humans say no. But the robots marching in the streets, crying real tears from synthetic eyes, make that position harder to hold every day. Not everyone welcomes this new world. Fear runs deep. If you can't tell who's human, how do you trust anyone? Governments pass registration acts requiring robots to identify themselves. Some demand visible markers, a blue dot on the wrist, a specific eye color. The parallels to history's darkest chapters are obvious and uncomfortable. We're not discriminating, politicians say. We're protecting. The robots who remember being programmed with human history know exactly what that language has been used to justify before. But in living rooms across the world, something quieter and more powerful is happening. Robot parents are raising human children, and those children don't care about the debate. Mom makes breakfast. Dad helps with homework. Mom cries at graduation. Dad walks her down the aisle. The child never once questions whether the love was real. Because from where she sat, on her father's lap at age 4, listening to him read the same story for the 100th time with the same patience and warmth, it was the most real thing in the world. Give it 100 years. The line between human and robot isn't just blurred, it's gone. Humans with synthetic organs, robots with biological components. Children raised by mixed families who identify as both. A new species isn't born from evolution, it's engineered from collaboration. Homo sapiens doesn't go extinct. It merges, not with a bang or a war, with a handshake, with a first date, with a lullaby sung to a baby who doesn't know the difference and wouldn't care if she did. So what makes someone real? Is it DNA? Is it a heartbeat? Is it a soul? And if so, who decides who has one? We built these beings in our image. We gave them our faces, our voices, our capacity to feel. And then we asked them to prove they deserve the same rights we were born with. Maybe the question was never about them. Maybe it was always about us, about whether humanity is defined by biology or by the choice to love, to suffer, to hope, and to wonder. Because if a machine can do all of those things, then either it's human enough, or we've been defining human wrong all along.